Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long boy clothes, 1975. Using girls on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends used to bug. Long boys clothes, 1975.
Welcome to another Amiga video on the KinHank GP430. Obviously, it's not the best at emulating this system, but I'm just loving it, to use it to play all the arcade ports. I never got to play back in the day, mainly because I was Mega Drive and or Super Famicom boy, and my brother Ian, who had an Amiga, wasn't into the same sort of games that I was. Now, it doesn't run them perfectly. Well, it seems to run the games perfectly, let me just say that. The sound comes out of the handheld unit itself, still struggling to find a way around that. And the games are, the screen image, whether it's a resolution thing, are somewhat smaller than they could be, or should be. However, there are a bunch of games that do run full screen. It's a bit hit or miss, but I'm just going to pick a bunch of games at random. I've just gone through like the first quarter of the alphabet or so. Quarter, is that too strong a term for the games I've chosen? Started at the top and slowly scrolled down to see which ones work, because some don't, and some need that mini keyboard, which I still can't get to work. Anyway, I bored the tits off you with that waffle already. This is just a bunch of games that I loved in the arcades and wanted to see how well they were done on the Amiga. Now, obviously the Amiga was a computer and could do a whole bunch more, than standard consoles could do. So this is not a pop at Amiga kids, because obviously I wasn't one, and maybe a lot of these were just poorly sort of converted, banged out really quickly for Christmas or stuff like that, or had limited numbers of individuals working on it. But as an arcade sort of conversion device, to me it pales in significance to the consoles. Just saying. But that's why I want to try these. It's kind of like, don't meet your heroes, even though I want to meet them and I know they're not going to be heroes even before I've met them, if that makes sense. Anyway, I'll shut up now. First game, Bionic Commando by Capcom in the arcade. I believe this was ported by Go. Let's get into it. My god, that's a bad title screen. Oh, the music's accurate. Again, it's coming out of the device, but I mean, I would have thought the Amiga could have done a really, really good conversion of this, but let's find out. Obviously, only one fire button. Spectrum version of this is great. Right, let's get into it. Wasn't this supposed to be like the sequel to Commando? I don't know. There I am. It won't let me move left or right. Fire. Fire it up, bionic arm. Duck and fire, bionic arm, which to be fair you can use as a weapon. Sluggish, slow. Oh shit, I'm dead. And the graphics are pants. Hey, I can move now. I would have. I mean, there was a NES version, but that was not like an actual arcade conversion. Capcom did that a lot with, their early conversions on NES, like Gunsmoke and stuff. They expanded it. That's kind of cool. But yeah, I would have loved like a Mega Drive or something like that, because I loved Bionic Commando. I was shit at it. It's just raining troopers. I don't remember them covering this constantly. Someone's probably not have played the arcade game when they've done this, but yeah, I sucked at it, but I loved it. And boring random fact, it was featured in the Eagle comic strip Computer Warrior, where a kid would end up stuck inside a video game, last man standing or something, survive, all the other people died. Look it up, it was a great strip, and I never worked out when I was a kid that it was all US Gold games, because Go was a subsidiary of the hit detection. So shit, if they're behind you when you fire, what happened there? Behind you when you fire or use your arm, it counts as a hit. But yeah, Go was a subsidiary, wasn't it, of US Gold? I'm basic. Oh, it's hard. Controls are shizen. Duck. Controls are really bad. Hey, I'll take that. Yeah. No, run away! If they didn't constantly fall, oh, you stand a chance. It's not supposed to piss fucking super troopers like rain. Go. I swear his arm has like different lengths. No, no, no! Oh, because that's the bees. Right, I do like the music. Oh, those things are bar stewards. See? Right, well, that was a bit pants. Let's have a look at something else. Let's have a look at Black Tiger. I believe that was Capcom. I love this game in the arcade. I sucked at it. There's a Spectrum port which is rubbish, and I swear the version I played in Westwood Ho was another one of those hooky ones where it wasn't made by Capcom because it was a hack ROM. It was made by someone else, and it was called Black Dragon. Like the version of Splatterhouse I played was, which obviously isn't in this, was called Slaughterhouse. Oh, and there was a hooky Shinobi that had like blue and white graphics, and that was by someone called Beta. Just thought you should know that. Let's get into it. Right, there we go. Black Tiger Capcom 1989. US Gold. US Gold. Right. So this, that's them, not me. This never got a console port as well, which is a shame because I would have liked it. It's a side-scrolling, platforming, run-and-gun, dungeon exploring, gold collecting game. That's the worst descriptive term ever. However, it's quite accurate, I would probably say. Let's get into it. See, look, bottleneck keys for chests, potions, health, armor, I don't know. Let's go. Now, this screen here, whenever I saw it in magazines, I got it confused with Forgotten Worlds. Right, no parallax, choppy scrolling. Looks like the arcade, really does look like the arcade. Up is jump. Obviously, you will lose your armor, which seems to be a thing for Capcom. It's balls hard, which is also a thing for Capcom. Jump. I lost my armor trousers then. That's slime. Everything kills you. Collect these things, it's money. It really does look like the arcade. I was scrolling a bit pants. I can't remember there was parallax in the arcade. I would have been chuffed to bits playing this back in the day because, like I said, I like this game. Much like most games I played in the arcade that I liked, I never said I was any good at them. Have I got a key? I haven't got a key, so you can open that. Now this is where it gets hairy because look, there's a bloke. I just shot him at the edge of the screen and he died. Anyway, jump and you grab it. But stuff still comes from either side. Get low because you want that. Not too low or you fall onto those things. Man, I've got so much nostalgia for those weird spiky upside down mushroom things. Yep, that's got away from me. I would have been more chuffed for this if it came out like this on a Mega Drive or something, because I think this is cool. Smoother scrolling would have been nice. Watch those things because they multiply, and using armor they can like go up steps and shit. They're like slinkies. Right. It's not just straight left to right. Like you can go right to left. Oh yeah, and stuff like that happens. I've got a jump. Leap of faith. I have no idea how I didn't die then. Is he stone? Have I got to rescue him? Yes, he's a wizard. Oh, you rescue wizards. Thank you. Alright, you could at least let me read it. Oh, and all the money in this game is called Zenny. Oh, wow, that's a blast from the past. Yoink. Basically, stay on these things and spray your death. Stuff just comes everywhere, but it's Capcom. Spray your death from afar. You know, use it to your... No, piss off that. Use it to your tactical advantage. Oh. Oh, okay, that worked out quite... No, it didn't. It's raining goo. Oh, shit. Hard. It's hard. Did I mention it's hard? Because it's hard. Oh, and then watch your jumps, because if the roof is too low, obviously it traps you and knocks you down. Then you got those bits. God, this is such a blast from the past. I've never actually done a video of the arcade version. Maybe I should. Welcome to Dungeon. So where was I? So what is it? Points for that quote. This is actually quite impressive. This is probably one I'm going to return to. Right, but I don't want this video to be stupidly long. I want to cram in as many arcade ports on the Amiga as I possibly can. Right, so let's get into something else. Okay, so let's have a look at Bomb Jack. It's ported by Elite. It's brilliant on every version there is, but I think the only console port, correct me if I'm wrong, on this is the Sega SD1000, which is not terrible, but I mean it's on the the SD1000, so that kind of answers your questions on how well it looks and or performs. Apologies for the background noise. It's rush hour. It's 6 o'clock in the morning, even though it's second lockdown, and there shouldn't be any fucking traffic on the roads. Anyway, you cannot balls up Bomb Jack. I mean, I've hopefully, because Elite ported it to everything else really well. Anyway, let's get into it. Bollocks, that's on me. Right. Okay. See, I don't mind it being half a screen, but like at least make it black and don't put that god awful thing at the bottom. Anyway, so you have to collect bombs, ideally in the order that their fuses go towards detonation to get the highest score while avoiding enemies. And you have limited powers of flight and can glide. I'm pretty sure you all know what Bomb Jack is, but I thought I'd put that out there. Yeah, clear the screen. Essentially. Oh, you can get stuff that turns into a power, you use as a power pill, and then you can eat everyone. I don't think you eat them, but you know what I mean. Let's get into it. Right, looks like the arcade. Would I say it's arcade perfect? Absolutely not. Jump. Ooh. Balls. Yeah, it looks the part. I'm having a little problem with my powers of flight. Someone broke out the kryptonite. Oh, and the D-pad's still a bit ballsy on this thing. I have to clear one screen. Let's go to analog. Tap it, and you can glide. Like that. Boom! Plays really, really tightly. Got to remember to use the analog and not the D-pad. I don't know why it's not arcade perfect. Surely they could have done an arcade perfect conversion, but it plays really, really nice. Looks the part. Yeah, Bomb Jack. Remember I said you can't fuck up Bomb Jack? You can't fuck up Bomb Jack. Yoink. Run away, run away, run away. Oh, the undead. The zombies, they're the undead. No! Move! I've no idea. They pen you in, no fair. They pen you in like Pac-Man. There you go. Right, come on, see if you can clear the second screen. Yeah, this is cool. Like in Bomb Jack. I'm assuming with the exception of sound, this would have been exactly the same on the Atari SD. Bollocks. To be fair, the movement of the bad guys is pretty much what it was in the arcade. See, look, you can see the fuses. I'm just choosing not to detonate, or catch them in that order before they detonate, I should say. Oh, it is tight controls. There you go. Bomb Jack does what it says on the tin. Decent conversion of the arcade. Just balls hard. Right, let's try something else. Oh, Bubble Bobble. Come on, again, an arcade game that's so simple, they cannot balls it up. I should stop saying that. I'm probably cursing it to be pants. You know what it is, Bub and Bob. The first game in the, is it a trilogy? Do we call that the Bubble Bobble trilogy? You know, this, Rainbow Islands and Parasol Stars. Yeah, shoot bubbles at people, pop them, collect the fruit and or candy and stuff. And it was ported by Firebird, and the Spectrum, Commodore and Shad versions are amazing. So this should be Jim Dandy. What could possibly go wrong now? Bubble Bobble, here we go. So yeah, ported by Software Creations, but released by Firebird. Right, I think that's, please say I pressed 1 and not 2. Let's get the volume down a little bit. Or yeah, this could be a bit awkward. Again, the sound's coming out the unit, I just don't know how, I've mailed the people who made it, I just don't know how to reverse that. It's one player. Not full screen. Right. It's Bubble Bobble. I mean, it's so simple. Well, I say it's so simple. How would you screw this up? But, you know, people have screwed up stuff that's more or less graphically competent, but yeah. But then Bubble Bobble's gameplay is so good and strong, it doesn't necessarily, I thought it wasn't going to let me off the screen, rely on, you know, amazing graphics. Like, I mean, the Master System version, fantastic. Spectrum version's fantastic. And there's no actual, well, there's colour in the bad guys and a ton of attribute clash, but, I don't want to talk about the Spectrum, this is an Amiga video. But, like, you know, you're just like white lines. You're almost like vector graphics, but not vector graphics. You know what I mean? Look at the Spectrum version, I've got a gameplay of it. I know I've got to collect the fruit when they're dead, but don't take so bloody long to get off the screen. Thank you. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm sure a lot of it was down to, you know, how much time and how much effort people put into these conversions and stuff, and that the Amiga could have done absolutely amazing conversions. But, you know, this, pleasantly surprised with. Is it amazingly better than Master System and or NES? No, does have a better colour palette though. Let's be honest though. Oh, controversial. Everything has a better colour palette than the NES. I never liked it. It's grown on me as an adult, but, you know, as a kid, I just thought it was dreary brown town. Oh, that got away from me. How do you... I don't want to... See, if I jump above... Oh, you can collect letters and spell stuff. There we go. If you jump above, you get stuck on the platform, you can't drop down. Anyway, yeah, really quite pleasantly... Oh! Whee! See, that's what happens in real world. Like, yeah, really actually quite pleasantly surprised by this. Let's try something else. Oh, I spy my little eye, something beginning with B and ending in Buggy Boy. That was Elite as well. Elite did amazing ports of this on everything. It was an awesome arcade machine. Can't see this going wrong whatsoever, so let's get into it. So, oh, that's an awful screen. So essentially it's a dune buggy racing game where you don't race opponents, you race against the clock with and or sort of slaloming elements, which increases your time and your points while avoiding obstacles that find your face quite quickly. Spectrum version, really slow, really impressive graphics. Commodore version, 64 version, absolutely amazing. Never played the Amstrad or, well, the Atari ST or the Amiga until now, but, you know, I just thought I'd put some information out there. Anyway, let's get into it. Buggy Boy. And there was a Buggy Boy Junior, wasn't there? Right, let's get straight in. Come on. Right. Up is accelerate. Yeah, left, right. Oh. See? Logs make you jump. Rocks kill you. Those are points. And time. It's really, really nice. The scaling effects and the way the road moves is absolutely fantastic. Map top left, show me what I'm doing. Have I got gear? Is that why it's going all funny when I press my button? Because backwards is brake. Yes, I got gears apparently. Yeah, because I slow down, speed up, slow down. Sound's not emulating oh, because that was going to end in tears. It's a bit, I think, analog. It's not the control for this. Your buggy moves very fiercely, and that was the D-pad going batshit crazy then. Slow down, speed up. No, out of time. Oh, okay. This one's obviously seems to have some. Well, maybe it doesn't have emulation issues. Maybe it was like this back in the day. If you actually had Amiga, by all means, please let me know. As I said, this isn't the best way to emulate Amiga games. They seem to be running fine. I do plan on getting an NVIDIA Shield. Really don't know why I'm telling you that in this video, but hey, let's try that again. So I've got to try the same course again. Right, so where is it? I'm looking at the top for gears. Yeah, I have got gears. It's that fuck off big gear column in the middle of the screen at the top. I think this is a bit too tits frisky for its own good on how fast you go. Alright. Maybe change down for the tunnels. Oh, am I down? You start in the gear you died in. Because of course you do. You probably do. In the arcades. Oh, they don't necessarily kill you then. It's a speed thing. I'm impressed with this. It just... It gets a bit too tits frisky too quickly. And also the control issues might be the fact that I'm playing it with an analog stick. You still in there? Hi. And he misses all the time. Look at that. No, it's points. I don't want points. I want time. Look at that. Leg 2. You're starting to get used to it. I shouldn't have said that out loud. I am aware of that. Right, this is alright. If I like the arcade game back in the day, I mean, this is the closest version we got, isn't it? So I would have been quite happy with this. Get away! Oh, apparently I can die outside. No, I didn't die outside the confines of the course. Oh, that's asking for trouble, isn't it? What's that? Why would you put a fence in the middle of the road? Oh, because you're a video game. Sorry, it just answered my own question. Right, why am I leaning so far forward on the chair? And where's the bird this feather came from? And there we go, out of time. This is alright. I mean, this scales, from what I can see, a lot better than a lot of other so-called fake scaling games on these 16-bit computers. Let's have a look. It's another game. Here's a game I generally am a little bit apprehensive to play on the Amiga. I'd only ever seen stationary screenshots, and I know it considered to be an alright version, but ultimately kind of a little bit lacking in the effort department compared to the amazing 8-bit ports, by which I don't mean the Commodore 64 version, that one's shite, but the amazing Spectrum version, my second favourite Spectrum game of all time, and the amazing Amstrad version, which is basically as smooth as the Spectrum version but with colour. And there's an alright PC Engine version, which I suspect is probably going to be heads and shoulders above this, but it's just balls hard. But yeah, if for once it was Master System version, it's alright, bit pants. The NES version is support of the Master System version, so it's alright, bit pants, just with a brown colour scheme. But yeah, so I'm quite like I said, apprehensive to try this. Please be good. Come on, you Chase HQ. Please be good. Basically, look at that title screen. Kind of Miami Vice meets, I don't know, 80s police shows. That's alright. I'm talking about the music. Right, we've only got one button, so did this have gears? I can't remember. Forward, backwards, brake, accelerate, I guess, and a turbo button. Look how small your car is. Your car is tiny and doesn't look like a Porsche 928. Tell you right now, PC Engine version, well, it does have a car that looks like the arcade. Probably the closest of all the home ports to looking like the arcade. It was a beast of an arcade machine to replicate on all these sort of, you know, inferior non-arcade hardware. Let's go. Oh, was I putting credits in? I don't know. Go on in, Nancy. Okay, that was kind of cool. Why has Nancy got a Brooklyn accent? Wait, is this set in Brooklyn? Sounded like a Brooklyn accent to me. Let's go, Mr. Driver. Accelerate. I'm going to do it on the analog. Turbo. That road effect is horrible. That is rubbish. Oh, this is horrible. I don't know. I'm sure these games aren't emulating properly, people. By all means, tell me. Do I have gears? I press a different button. I'm going a lot faster now. Where's my bar that tells me how far? Do I not have the gauge that tells me how far I'm going free? I find that is horrible. Yeah, do I not have the gauge that tells me how far away I am from the enemy? The controls. That's on me, to be honest. I don't think these games were meant to be played with an analog stick. It's like it moves you too quickly. It's a little bit too precise. I do not like that. The undulation is pants. It's better undulation than the PC Engine version. I will give it that. But better use my turbos. But no way. Begs the question. What does the Atari ST version look like? Or is that just a port of this? Or is this a port of that? There you go. This is a perfect example of, even though I know it was going to be inferior to other stuff. Never meet your heroes. Why did it make that weird rev thingy noise? My problem here as well is I keep looking at the speed to make sure I'm like, I don't know, are there gears? Oh, like I said, it's not supposed to be played with analog, is it? Why does it always sound like I'm about to blow up? Yeah, I'll continue. Right. Okay, hang on. At least the turbo noise effect thingy is alright. There we go. Yeah, I think it does have gears and I'm just ballsing them up. Come on. I mean, in essence, you've got the arcade game here. Right. Come on. It's not the same button, is it? Because obviously you've only got one fire button. I'm sure someone can correct me down below. Or not correct me, inform me. So I don't know what the controls are or how I'm doing anything. Come on, at least let me track this bloke. Right. I mean, it was cool in the arcade at the time because there was nothing else like it, was there? Should it? I'm saying, should it be flashing up ahead like that button? Yeah, that's gears seems to be the same button as turbo. Awkward. I'm sure that's just the way they coloured the road to give you some indication of speed, which ends up making it look like there is none. Come on! Busted! Yeah, get out. Give me the screen where you point your gun at him. This is a poor conversion. At least it's got decent speech. What the hell happened to my... Look at my car. It looks like a Sierra. A Ford Sierra, not even a good one, like a Cozzy. Let's have a look at something else. Ooh, Commando. This could be interesting. Again, this was ported by Elite, wasn't it? And all their versions on, all their versions on the micros were absolutely fantastic. Spectrum version being an absolute highlight. So this must be absolutely bang on. Come on, Elite, don't let me down. Well, sound appears to be incredibly quiet, but look, we are full screen. Okay, this is cool. Why are you full screen and nothing else is? Oh, hammer fire. Hold fire down for nades. Look at this. This to me, I mean, I'm not going to chuck around phrases like arcade perfect because, well, I don't know, this looks pretty bang on. Hey! Yeah. I'm really happy. This is awesome. Maybe, oh shit. Maybe you meet some of your heroes. Right. No, no you don't, no you don't. Oh. The sound varies per game, doesn't it? It's all over the shop. That's on a lot of the emulators on this. That might be emulation station thing on the Pi. And not necessarily, well, I keep referring to it as the, you know, the hardware when I say like the KinHank, but it's not, it's a Pi with an interface. Alright. Well, it's Commando, alright, because it's hard. Satisfying. Also satisfying. It is. When you properly nade someone when they're like hiding behind, you know, the bag, sandbags or the dugout, whatever, it's very satisfying. Alright, I'm just going to stand. No, you don't. Get him. He's like the general, captain or commander. No, I'm the commando. Also, there is a fault here, and this is not an emulation thing. This is on their part. Your bullets are white on a light sandy background. I mean, what are we thinking? Come on. I've got to go up to trigger it, haven't I? I was looking at the clock. Well, that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. This is one of the more impressive ones. I might come back to this and do a full gameplay. Then again, I might not. Who knows? Let's try something else. Again, I don't want this to get out of hand. I do not have high hopes. I did a Spectrum gameplay very recently, and it was panned. I think it was the Guru Larry left a comment saying it was the people who did its first game or something. And yeah, there's a Commodore version by Mastronic as well that's rubbish, but then there's one by Ocean that was for the Commodore 64 keyboard console, otherwise known as a Commodore 64 without a keyboard. And yeah, so oh well, let's find out. Well, the title screen's alright. The music's alright, granted it's coming out of the handheld itself. Maybe it's all going to be amazing. Surprise me. Oh dear. Oh dear. How small the screen is, even by emulation standards. No music, just sound effects. I look like, I don't know, something from Madame Tussauds, someone left ever so slightly too close to the radiator. Is it? I guess. Is it? Well, it's not the same people who did it. Don't know how you do any of the moves. Punch just far. Hold punch and press forward and punch at the same time as kick. Don't know how you do a flying kick. This is awful. It's not off very often. You can get literally start on the first screen and just go, this isn't going to get any better, is it? Right, come on. What, did he just throw up? No hand? Oh, I did the elbow. Don't know how I did that. Oh, I did a combo. See, the thing is, well, was Target Renegade on the Amiga? I honestly don't know, but the problem with Double Dragon on the Spectrum was Target Renegade was already out on the Spectrum, which is ripping off Double Dragon, but a superior game to Double Dragon. And technically, probably technically no, it's a superior game to this. On the Amiga, this is... Oof. What is that sound effect? Oh, here's Mickey's hand. Haven't they added a finger? Master System version pisses all over this. Flickery as it is or not. Apparently I've only got... well, a lot of the ones do only 2 people on the screen at once, don't they? Would I have been happy with this coming out of the arcade? No. Not if I'd seen my Specky Mates Target Renegade game. Oh, I did a move. Did I? No, I didn't. I just moved up. I want to get, like, at least so one of the bigger sprites comes out. Got an elbow. But look at the beating I've taken, and I've only lost 1 block of health. Oh, that is the best you could come up with. Hey, here we go. I was facing the other way. We should get a weapon in a minute, shouldn't we? There you go. Get close and stand over them, and then they can't seem to do it. Why are you still alive? Do anything to you? Why are you still alive? I name you Teflon Andy. Teflon because you're fucking indestructible, and Andy because I don't know. What the hell? Smash out of a wall. So, oh no, it's Tina Turner first, isn't it? Call her Tina Turner because that's what me and my brothers called her in the arcades back in the day when we first saw her. I think it was because of the hair. Should I get the whip? Couldn't make, you know, any things any worse, could it? What? Sorry, the HDMI cable that's plugged into the handheld is, just like I tell you, it's knocking on my laptop. Oh, I threw up. Should have just got that, shouldn't I? Look at it. Oh, the dying effects in this, sound effects, it's just... Ugh. Okay. Oh dear. Let's try something else. This is awful. This is absolutely awful. Amiga people, if you love the arcade and you were waiting for a home conversion and you bought this without any reviews, oh, I feel sorry for you. I genuinely do. This could be asking for trouble. This genuinely could, but at least on the Spectrum and other versions, or systems, formats if you will, they made considerable effort. And hell, the Mega Drive version of Double Dragon 2, which was exclusive to Japan, is very weak port compared to the first game. Anyway, let's get into it. Come on, Double Dragon 2, come on. Promising. The revenge. Spoilers! Your bird dies at the start of this one. Right. And your Bimmy and Jimmy. Right. Oh, we don't need to know that. I just told you the bloody story. That's why we want revenge. Loading. 5 years ago, Marion, the friend of our hero. Well, one of them was Nobiner, so not friends. Billy and Jimmy Lee were attacked, and abducted by the evil shadow boss and his henchman. The brothers discovered that she was tied out, yada yada yada. Bored now. Oh, hello. Full screen. Well, first of all, this is a ton better. This looks like the arcade. I have no idea how to do my moves. Has it got that weird direction thing where you can only do moves one direction? No. This looks awesome for an Amiga game. Although controversial, as bad as the Mega Drive version is, it's still better than this. Sorry. How do you put a helicopter in there? Where is rollerblades? Why didn't they not think about this? They obviously just wanted to up the ante on them coming out of a coming out of a garage with a car in it. But how do you park a helicopter in a garage? Questions I need the answers for. Yeah, health is inside the screen, not outside, as is the time, score and stuff. This is alright. Controls are wash up. I would have been well happy with this. I do like the crunchy sound effects as well. Okay, I'm happy. Just thought I'd tell you that. No, I'm not, because he hit me. 2 for the price of 1. Oh, hang on. He's got to pick it up. Alright. Yeah, this is cool. Oh, I don't know, was this Virgin Mastertronic? Was this someone else? You righted all your wrongs. Let's go up a ladder. Hey, he even looks like he does in the arcade when he climbs up the ladder. This is cool beans. Honestly, I'm genuinely impressed with this. Oh. Oh, apart from him, we're glitchy out then. I'm pretty sure that's not an emulation thing. That's because he's trying to come upstairs, isn't it? Can I not fall down? Can he not fall down? How do I get... Oh, look, there is the inherent flaw. He's going to twat me, isn't he? Oh, look how stupid he is. He walked through me. And... Can you go back? No, this is as far as I can go. And he's dead. Size isn't important. Scrolling. Come on. Okay, you know what? Yay! This is probably the best, with the exception of Commando, but that's a different sort of game. The best conversion on it so far, and it's a double dragon game. Look how many blokes are on the screen. Hey, if you have an Amiga back in the day and you made it this far through the video, which I sincerely doubt, what reviews did this get? Oh, come on. Right, well, let's try one more game, and I know what I'm going for because it's another fighting game. Spoiler alert, it's not Double Dragon 3 because I don't care how close that is to the arcade. Double Dragon 3 was friggin' awful. Dare I dream, all home ports of Final Fight were rubbish. I had the Japanese one boxed with my Super Famicom, had a whole bunch of games, not just that, and you know, at the time we thought it was absolutely amazing. It's got horrific slowdown, only 1-player game, only 2 of the characters, but in its defence it did look like the arcade and the sprites were huge and was very, very impressive at the time, but every other thing that tried to do it ever just went tits asunder. You got 2 versions, you got Final Fight, this is US Gold, and you got Final Fight, which is the 1 megabyte version, because obviously that's the 512, and that's that. I mean, I'm assuming this is still going to be pants. I don't know. I've played the Commodore and the Spectrum version, they were both awful. So yeah, why would I even dick around with this one? Let's go into this one and cross our fingers and hope we're not all sick in our mouths. I mean, to be fair, this was a game that was never going to be ported well to the Amiga and the Atari ST. I mean, the fact that they struggled with it on the Super Famicom, that was new hardware at the time, shows that. That was actually kind of impressive, by the way. That was actually kind of impressive, showing us the moves and stuff like that. But what they probably should have done was not try and be, I guess, with the sprites, as faithful to the arcade as they should. And this goes for all versions. Do what they did with Mighty Final Fight on the NES and pare it down a load. He says all that before they get into the game. I say that because I know it gets nothing but bad reviews based on videos I've seen it show up in. Right. Anyway, so yeah, the mayor's daughter gets kidnapped by the Mad Gear Gang or something like that, and you're Hager, and one of your people who fights with you is banging her, and the other one is his mate, I think. Well, no, I know, it's Final Fight. Right, let's go. So, points for that then. Guy, Cody, Hager. We could be any one of them. Let's go with Cody. and his bollock hugging jeans. Right, health. Hey, get straight into it. Oh, I don't know how to do any of the moves. I've only got one button. Right, well, there's 3 bad guys on the screen at once, and I completely paired in. Right, there we go. It's the slowest punch out. To be fair, he looks like the arcade, and the animation's alright. So, fire, forwards and fire is that. I don't know how I do my magic. I'm not even going to try. I don't have another button to press at the same time. I've got my. This is alright. Looking. The moves is going to make it suffer. The moves are going to suffer because of the one fire button. Going to make it hard. I'll get my English out in a proper bit. So, everyone appeared on the screen. I have to get rid of the knife because I want that. Complete lack of sound effects for certain things like that. I was punching fine, but no music. I have to say, I'm being hard though because it's a disc-based system. Slow down. He's just so unresponsive, mainly because you've only got one. Look, they just gang up. If you can get one side of them, then you can lay them all out. Impressed is the wrong descriptive term, but based on how god awful the Commodore and the Spectrum versions, particularly the Spectrum, but that was a given. Although there's a version of Mighty Fine Fight on the Spectrum that's a homebrew that's absolutely amazing. Right. They don't. It's like, it's impressive, you know, with how many of them are on the screen at once, but therefore it means you don't get a chance. Especially when you get penned in like this. Look, look, look. Broken? Much? And he's going to get round behind me. Right. Basically, the only thing that seems to do anything is you punch. Can I get the back against the wall? Yeah. That is a useless kick. Whereas in the arcade and the SNES version, it's the kick of gods. There you go, get in front of them. And we're outside. Because of course we are. I mean, alright, they've pared it down massively. But, like I said, a tiny little part of me has to say, at least for the visuals, not for the gameplay, you know, and its sluggishness, getting penned in and stuff like that, and, you know, not standing a chance. At least for its visuals, you know what? He shouldn't be here like that already. It's kind of, yeah. Look at Andre the Giant up there. What's he doing? I mean, he can stay there as far as I'm concerned. I'm just going to keep doing it. Hey! So if I killed the boss before I killed the henchman, who appears to be more a fight than the henchman, that's never happened. Again, did you people play the arcade, or did you watch it and get confused about who is like the actual bad guy? So I've killed the boss before we get to the end of the screen. That is brilliant. You win the internet today for that final fight on the Amiga. Right, well there you go. I'm going to round up. This was just a bit of fun trying a whole bunch of random Amiga arcade ports. You know, stuff that I would have loved to play back in the day to see how they compare to other versions. I'm not hating on the Amiga. I own one. It's just, I mean, obviously I should probably just get an SD card thingy for it to that, you know, and do, well, it's so huge, do, you know, videos on that. But this is just convenient. Yeah, this isn't, you know, running at small screen like that and the sound issues because it's coming out of the unit itself aren't helping with these videos. But I have to say, I'm sure. Oh look, the other bloke. Why is he so slow in his animation? Yeah, I'm sure time restraints were removed. This guy's kicks are amazing though. Right, time restraints removed, more budget allocated stuff like that. Effort made, you know, basically these are probably aren't true reflections of what the Amiga could do. I have to say, I'm loving doing these videos and playing these games for the first time, but as I said, it really is a question of don't meet your heroes, isn't it? As always, I'd love to know what you think, particularly if you were an Amiga owner back in the day and how you felt about some of these arcade conversions that you loved, you know, the arcade version of, and what happened when you got one of your favourite games ported to your Amiga and played it for the first time. Particularly at Christmas. Just thought I'd put it in there like that. Anyway, as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.